Welcome to Forest the Storyteller YouTube channel. Grab your hot chocolate, your blanket, and get ready because it's story time.
Lime tree, final. Hi, Grandma. When are you coming to see me? Lillian asked. Next month, probably, honey. It won't take long, I promise. And how is school? Did you make any new friends? Joanna answered. No, they are boring, Grandma. Don't say that. I am sure there are some cool kids at school for you to play with, Joanna said, but Lillian wasn't interested in talking anymore and dropped the phone, running back to her room with Judith. Sorry, Mom, she just got distracted again, Monica said, continuing her conversation. Lillian called Tobias. That was sitting on the window, but he didn't answer her. So Lillian walked towards him and watched the movement outside with him. What are you waiting for, Tobias? Lillian asked. You will see. Mommy is coming soon to give you bath. How do you feel about playing hide and seek again after that? Tobias asked. We can play now, Lillian shouted. Not now, dear. Later. First, we will have dinner and Mommy will bath you. Then we will play. Lillian nodded her head and sat with Judith to play. They were having a tea party, and Judith wasn't satisfied about the chocolate croissant that Lillian prepared for her, so she had to have another round in the kitchen to make her bombolone. Once in a while, Lillian would check on Tobias, that was patiently sitting at the window and looking outside, to the rain that had just started. Monica called her for dinner, but Lillian was so entertained with her tea party that didn't hear, so she had to pick her up in the room. Ready for dinner, sweetie? Monica asked. Yes, let's go, Tobias. It's dinner time, Lillian exclaimed. You can go, buddy. I am watching the rain now and I'm taking care of it. The rain needs a lot of attention, or it won't be able to open the flower buds on the lemon tree. Tobias answered. Okay, Lillian answered, annoyed. What's up, honey? Monica asked. Tobias isn't coming. He is weird today, Lillian said. Weird how? Monica asked curiously. Just weird, Mom. And Lillian ran to her father in the kitchen. They had dinner, roasted chicken with mashed potatoes and strawberry ice cream for dessert, and Monica took Lillian to her bath. Lillian loves playing in the water, so bath time was only a problem when it was over. After bath, Tom put Lillian in bed to read her a story, and Tobias wasn't in the window anymore. Lillian called him to hear the story too, but he didn't show up, annoying her. Wait, Dad, don't start yet. Tobias isn't here to listen, Lillian exclaimed. Where is he? Tom asked. I don't know. Toby is acting weird today. I don't like it, Lillian said. Don't be upset, honey. I am sure it has nothing to do with you. Maybe he is visiting another friend or preparing you a surprise, Tom said, consoling her. Yeah, maybe, Lillian answered. The story Tom told her was about a fairy that, tired of being alone, decided to look for friends in the woods, offering magic flowers to convince them to go home with her. Before the story was over, Lillian was asleep. In her dream, she was playing checkers under the lime tree with Judith, and as the stubborn Judith is, she was complaining with Lillian about the rules of the game to not admit that she lost the round. Suddenly, she heard a known voice calling her name. Lillian, Lillian, wake up, darling, wake up, Tobias said, while touching delicately Lillian's shoulder. It was dark and only her nightlamp was on, shining a soft blue light in the room. Toby, what? Lillian asked, confused. Come on, sleepyhead, let's play hide and seek, Tobias said. Now, I want to sleep, Lillian said, laying back in her pillows. Now, honey, let's go, Tobias said, pulling her out of bed. I don't want to play, Lillian said, when she heard a thunder. It was raining a lot outside, and she barely could see outside the window. Okay, Lillian, Judith, it's going to count, and we are going to hide. Are you ready? Tobias asked. Lillian nodded her head, still sleepy, and Tobias made her put her slippers on and a coat. Let's go, Tobias said, pulling her by the hand towards the stairs. Lillian was walking in the dark and feeling scared. She wasn't used to it. Toby, I am scared. Can we go back to bed, please? She asked. Lillian, Tobias said, making a silent signal with his index finger in front of his face. Judith will hear us if you talk. They walked to the first floor and towards the back door, and Lillian noticed the door was open. Are we going outside? She asked. Once more, Tobias made a silent signal. but without a word. They walked outside, and the rain was cold. Making Lillian very uncomfortable, she stuck to Tobias's legs, who said, "Don't worry, you are safe, just follow me." They kept walking until the lime tree into the fence, and Tobias passed through a small hole in the bottom of it, pulling Lillian with him. "How can you go through such small hole, Toby?" Lillian asked. "Magic," he answered. Tobias pulled by the hand through the alley to the corner of the house and set it down on top of a mailbox. "Isn't Judith going to find me here?" Lillian asked. "No, she is never going to imagine that we are hiding here." Lillian then saw a very strong light coming from far away and getting closer and closer, bothering her eyes. It was a car. The car stopped and a friendly young man jumped out and immediately greeted Lillian. "What are you doing out here, little girl? Where are your father and mother?" he asked. Lillian hated to speak with strangers, so she didn't say anything, but Tobias did. "Hi, officer. My mom and dad are home, right there," Tobias said, while pointing to the house with Lillian's tiny finger. "The backyard door was open and I was scared, so I came out." "And what is your name, my dear?" the police officer asked. "My name is Lillian," Tobias answered. "Okay. I am going to check your home for you and talk to your parents. Please wait here with this nice lady," the officer said, pointing his female partner, "and I will be right back." The police officer approached the house through the main entrance and checked for movement in the house through the window, not noticing anything unusual. He went around the side gate to the backyard door and noticed that besides being open, there were signs of a break-in. He then called for backup over the radio and checked the inside of the house with his flashlight when he heard a woman scream. The police officer quickly followed the noise to the second floor, where he found two hooded men trying to subdue a couple, who were apparently sleeping. "Put your hands up!" the officer yelled, scaring the men. The woman was shocked and broke free from the bandits' grasp and ran into her husband's arms, still in bed. "Oh my God, Lillian!" the woman shouted. "She is safe, ma'am. She is outside with another officer," the cop answered, surprising Monica and Tom. They could hear the sirens approaching quickly, and more police officers entering the house. From the police car, Lillian and Tobias watched the arrested men coming out escorted by the police. "Look, Tobias is the weird guy from before," Lillian said, and her parents were behind, in their pajamas and frightened. "Mom!" "That's my mom. Can I go there?" Lillian asked the officer, that took her by the hand and walked back to her parents. "Oh, honey, are you okay?" Monica asked. "Yes, I was playing hide and seek with Toby, and Judith never found us," Lillian exclaimed. "We found your little girl outside, and that's why we stopped to check your residence, ma'am," the officer said. "You were outside alone?" Tom asked, surprised. "I wasn't alone. Toby was hiding with me," Lillian said, pointing to Tobias right next to her. "Toby?" the officer asked. "Her imaginary friend," Monica answered. "Toby is not imaginary. You just don't see him anymore, like I do." "But you used to, Mom," Lillian said. "I used to?" Monica asked, confused. "Yes. He says you used to see him too, but only until Toby went to heaven. That's where I met him. In heaven. It was when he told me that I was going to be your baby, as you used to be his baby too, Mom."
This is Your Idea Makes Story, so comment below what do you want to happen next. The best ideas will be part of the story, and your comment will be on the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.